Hey, my name's Christian Dossett. I am currently living at my folks' house, laying tile with my old man, and trying to start a personal training career. What better way to put myself out there than half naked in an ice tub? This is Wally. I'm hopping on here because me and my buddy Seth made this agreement to post one YouTube video a week. And what better way to start than to start simply? When I am giving anybody any advice about getting on top of their fitness, it's to start simply, start slowly. It's just an accumulation of keeping little promises to yourself. But what I wanted to hop on here and talk about was how my training has changed in recent years. So to give you a little backstory, I was a rower beginning at age 14. I started in high school, came from all sorts of different ball sports, but fell into rowing, and I started taking it seriously at age 15. By serious, I mean that I was training 6 days a week, and then about 12 times per week come the spring season, so for a good chunk of about 5 months, and then pretty similarly during the summers, until college, when I followed rowing through a scholarship to college. I actually didn't really know much about college. I knew that I should probably go to college after seeing the recession impact my family. Neither of my parents had college degrees, so I didn't even know what a major was, honestly, until I started signing my papers. And I followed the sport through college up until the great year of 2020, when athletics were suspended in my senior year, just on a dime. We kind of had a few days notice that something strange would happen, but like the rest of the world, my world stopped. And it's been a bit of a journey to get back into training since then. I took my foot off the gas and started walking a bit, and I just kept up trying to be consistent with walking at the time, because I'd been training so hard for a decade that it was nice to breathe and to think a bit more and to have that extra intellectual freedom that rest allows you. That said, anxiety started to creep up when I wasn't doing a whole lot with myself, and I needed to find something. So I signed up for a gym membership at Crunch, started to get into weightlifting, and put on about 35 pounds. Went from 185 to 220. I can't say that was all muscle, but it was, it has been still about the most muscle I think I've ever had on me. Right now I'm sitting at about 208. Throughout college, my race weight was about 175. Oh, I'm starting to shiver. I gotta wrap this up. Currently sitting in 53-degree water. Don't know if I mentioned that. Anyway, weightlifted for a while. And then life changed, and I moved back home with my parents, mostly to save money and to set myself up for a future here where I'm paying for myself. And I was really tired of my parents paying for my rent, my groceries, as much as they were. So without that rowing scholarship, school became a pretty hefty expense. It's like 15 grand a semester to attend where I attended at Florida Tech. And just before the move, I was driving Uber Eats delivery as many nights as I could, and saving up money to take a personal training certification course through NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine. And when I moved back here, I started laying tile with my dad and training in the mornings. Training sort of a triathlon style. I was doing this because I wanted to learn how to swim so that I could swim a local river and then get out of the river and bike this whole trail. It's about 60 miles long. Both the river and the trail were a part of my childhood, so I just kind of wanted to reconnect with that and do something that I thought would be a lofty goal. In doing so, I've kind of fallen in love with the sport of triathlon and have developed a new relationship with endurance training, peeling back from a more threshold approach to a largely just aerobic training that allows me to train almost every day, incorporate strength training, and deal with the high stress demands of working physical labor, manual labor. Doing so, I've learned quite a bit about, what my body can maintain appropriately. I think as a college athlete, you develop a sort of perverted sense of what good training looks like, because it's not a balanced lifestyle. You're training really freaking hard and then kind of like lounging for a good bit of the rest of the day and studying, unless you have a job. Then, who knows what that looks like. But I can only speak from my own experience. With that said, we're about 8 minutes into this. It has been a little bit too long in here, about 16 minutes. Wally, you gotta chill out, man. I'm gonna hop out of here. I think it's my first YouTube video of this Friday thing. Wally, say goodbye, won't you? That probably sounds atrocious through these headphones. Adios.